What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's that vlog time once again. That's right, Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2018! Woo! So I hope you all had a great night last night and your hangover isn't that bad today. But real quick before we get started with the video, I want to know what your hangover cure is. Is it a lot of black coffee? Is it sleep the day away? Is it a bunch of fried food or just a whole shitload of water? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Personally, I like to sleep in a little bit extra when I'm hungover, and then I go straight for the monster, but hey, that's just me. So it's a new year. We are ready to kick this thing off right. I am energized and ready to go. We've got a full show today. We've got some news and updates. We've got some shout outs to do. We've got what I've been vaping on. We've got a beer o'clock segment as well, because personally, I'm not hungover, so I am good to go with that. And we're going to cap it all off with a ton of vape mail. I've got all the Christmas presents coming in from China, so I'm very excited to be unboxing those for you guys right here on this vlog. So anyways, guys, go ahead and grab your favorite vape, grab your hangover cure, sit back, relax, and let's vape. All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick it off here with the first thing I've got in my vlog notes, which is Vape Stew. I've been on a show called Vape Stew on the Tenacious Texas Vapes channel over there on YouTube. Stan, the creator of the Lucid RDA and the Dreamer mod, had me on for the past couple of weeks. Honestly, I was not expecting to be a regular host, just kind of an occasional guest sort of situation, but it's kind of looking like they want me on full time here, so I will be there as much as I possibly can. So we've been doing it with Stan, obviously, Demo Vapes, JUUL, aka Mr. Just Right 1, and myself. It's been a lot of fun. We are a very fun group of people, and I gotta say, I like the kind of the banter back and forth. You know, we have a lot of different aspects of vaping all in this one little panel here. You know, Joel and I have been vaping for a long time. Stan and Demo are relatively new to the whole vape game here, and we're all YouTubers, so it's definitely something that's interesting and very topical, and you know, we get a lot of good discussion going on. So it's a very kind of like news-centric, heavy sort of, you know, topical sort of thing, but I absolutely have a blast while we're doing it as well. So it's looking like everybody is going to be at Vape Showcase in St. Louis this weekend, so we're not going to be doing it this particular Friday, but after that, I will probably be on as a regular host, and that's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you guys check that out. Next topic we've got is New Year's resolutions. This is something I've wanted to talk about. I've been kind of planning this one, but I've been saving it for this particular vlog here. New Year's resolutions. A lot of people say they want to eat better, they want to exercise, and especially they want to quit smoking. So I call it quitting season, and it's just such a great time for us as vapors, because now it's our time to get involved and just spread our message and, you know, as politely as possible, convince people to quit smoking by using vapor products. And I kind of came up with a quick little list of some really good starter kits for you guys to recommend to people. I think they're pretty decent, solid kits myself. This was also kind of a collaborative effort from my Facebook group, all the people on the Daily Vape TV Cloud crew. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you for the suggestions from you guys as well. But with that, we've got a whole bunch of starter kits here, including the Innokin Endura T20S, which is one of my personal favorites, the Innokin Easy Watt, the Innokin Pebble, and the Innokin Cool Fire Ace. Those are all really super simple, easy to use, mouth to lung style devices. They're very small and pocket friendly. They are all open systems, of course, so you can fill them with whatever kind of juice you want. And they're all relatively inexpensive, so that's another good thing, of course. Next, we have the eLeaf iCare Solo and the iCare 2. I kind of broke these down by brand as well, so I really like the iCare series. They are nice little super pocket friendly devices, tiny little things that are great for the sort of vapor that doesn't want anything super obtrusive. They don't want anything that they have to think about, just basically puff on the thing and that's about it. But with that, the next one I've got is the Joytech Penguin. It's not a device I've used personally, so I can't give my own feedback on it, but I've heard a lot from the rest of the community out there, and everyone seems to agree it's a pretty darn good kit. And it's kind of halfway between the whole pod system and the open system. Super simple, easy to use kind of thing, and it's pretty sleek looking. And yeah, so the next one is the Me One, especially the Grim Green edition. And the reason I recommend the Grim Green edition actually is because it comes with a bottle of Namber juice. I believe you get like I think a 12 or 18 milligram bottle of Namber juice. I think it's a 30 mil as well when you buy the Grim Green Me One Grim Green edition. So I'll leave a link to that right down there in the description below. So make sure you guys check that out. I hope he has them in stock, but I think that's a really good deal. I think the Me One is an excellent little tiny device. Again, people don't want, most people don't want the bigger, bulkier, heavier, clunkier sort of devices as their first device. There are the smaller percentage of people that do want that sort of thing, but I feel like in order to get a smoker to quit smoking and try vaping, you want to give them something small, lightweight, pocket-friendly, easy to use, and cheap. That's basically my rules. So I think the Me One would be an excellent device as far as that's concerned. Next up, we have the pod systems. I personally would recommend either the JUUL or the Fix. I think those are the top two in my book as far as pod systems. I mean, I've used them all, and those two are the ones that really immediately come to my mind. And if you want something kind of, again, a hybrid, sort of the open system with a pod-like sort of feel to it, the Boulder Rock is definitely a good option as well. Again, with the crossovers, you're talking about the Soarin' Air and the Soarin' Drop. I think they are excellent little devices, especially when used in combination with some Mr. Salty or Salt Bay or Naked Salts or whatever you want to use there. Any salt-based nicotine is going to be great in those little pocket devices, and it's definitely going to give them the hit that they're looking for. So those are the systems that I would recommend personally for any smoker to convert them to vaping. I think any one of those kits would be an excellent choice. So with that, yeah, I mean, it's quitting season, like I said, so make sure you get out there and spread the good word about vapor products. If you've got a smoker friend or two, just bring them down to your local brick and mortar store and just show them what vaping's all about. They might not even have that sort of New Year's resolution, but maybe just, give them a little clue. Just be like, hey man, it's the new year. Why not try quitting smoking? Come on down to the vape shop with me, check it out. But yeah, I definitely think that we can come together and get a whole bunch more smokers to quit using vapor products. So do your part, guys, spread the good word, and just make sure you keep up the good work. And the last little thing I wanted to talk about in this little intro section here is some predictions for the future, some 2018 predictions. And I do have a few to mention here. First and foremost is I believe this coming year is going to be filled with some dual 18650 and 2700 squonk mods. Now, I know the squonk thing is blowing up right now, and I think it's only going to get bigger this year, especially if the technology keeps improving. You're going to see more dual 18650, 2700 squonkers out there, and probably some regulated squonkers as well. So I'm saying this right now, so heed my words. I'm telling you, this is definitely going to happen this year. I'm really confident in this because I just don't see the whole squonking thing dying at all anytime in the very near future. So in any case, yeah, moving on to my next prediction, I would say some triple 2700 mods are coming. I know I've seen a couple out there already. I'm not sure if they're in production yet or if they're just still in the design sort of phase, but I know for a fact those are coming as well, just because it's just the logical progression for things. Everyone wants more power, more battery life, and one of the best ways to do that is add more batteries. So triple 2700s, that's going to be a thing in 2018 in my opinion. And some more crazy tank designs. You're definitely going to be seeing some off-the-wall sort of tank designs. We've already been seeing it lately with the mesh and the fire luke and what is that? There was another one that was like a plate that you add your wick over and then you have a cover over that. I forget what that one's called, but all those different style tanks, just kind of off the wall, zany sort of wicking techniques and coil techniques. I predict more of those coming in the next few months or so, throughout 2018. So I don't know. I have no idea what people are going to come up with. I mean, I feel like every time a new product comes out, I'm like, now I've seen everything, now that can't be, there can't be anything better than this. And I'm still impressed to this day. So yeah, definitely think there's going to be some more crazy tanks coming out in the next year. And the last thing I have to talk about is Fresh Build Fridays. I feel like at the beginning of every year, I should go over the basics again. Basically just kind of do some basic builds for people that are just getting into building and want an updated video, an updated look at the common sort of builds, the quick and easy, down and dirty sort of thing. Do some wicking techniques and all that stuff as well, because, you know, there are newbies every single year and they don't want to watch a year or two old video. They want to watch something more current, and that's what I want to deliver. So as far as that goes, I'm planning on doing some beginner builds at the beginning of this year. And I also want to get into doing some more wicking tutorials as well. I know that's a thing that a lot of you talk about in the comment section of the Fresh Build Friday videos, is the fact that I speed through the wicking. Well, 99% of the time, the wicking is the same. I do pretty much the same wicking technique for almost everything out there, and I feel like it's almost boring at this point, but I know there's a lot of you guys that struggle with certain devices and stuff like that, so if there is anything in particular that you want to see me wick, or a wicking technique, or tricks and tips, or anything like that, just leave it down there in the comments below. I will try to get to it. And the last part of this, I swear, is possibility of a fresh wick week. I really want to do a fresh wick week at some point in the somewhat near future. Basically just 5 days of nothing but wicking tutorials, just basically top-down views, me going step by step slowly for the beginners and for the people that might be confused about how I wick certain things. I know one of the most highly suggested ones would be the Kylan. I've seen so many people struggle with the Kylan wicking technique. I have to put that one on my list, but I'm sure there's lots more out there as well for, you know, all sorts of different devices. If you want to see how I wick the Bonza or the Icon or the Recoil Rebel or whatever you want to see, just leave me a comment in the box below and I will make sure that gets on the list for Fresh Wick Week. All right, guys, we've got some shout outs to do. Let's go ahead and get started here. First up, we've got Jacob Bailey. He says, "Hey, Nick, I would kill to get a formal shout out on one of your videos. I've been vaping for about 5 years. Ultimately, what got me to be a full-time vapor was an incident I had where my kidney failed and it was fairly painful to get outside to smoke. Getting into building was really assisted through your Friday builds. In fact, I watch them fairly religiously, looking for new ideas on what to do next. Big shout out to you for getting me excited about vaping again using rebuildable atomizers. I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you do." Well, Jacob, I have shouted you out before informally. Now is your official shout out. You have been shouted out by me, and thank you for your shout out to me. I really do appreciate it. I got a shout out in my own shout out to you. So hashtag shoutoutception. But with that, let's move on to the next one. Here we've got Josh Viana. He says, "Hey, Nick, I've been watching your videos. I've been watching you for a while now, and thank you for what you do. I look forward to seeing you in the spring at NVE. I'll buy the first round." Cheers to you, man. All right. I'd like a shout out because, well, who wouldn't? But I'd like to shout out 2 of my local shops, if that'd be okay. Of course it's okay, man. Yeah, that's why I'm here. He says, "Good Fella Vapor in Swansea, Mass, and Vapology in Bridgewater. Both shops are run by very passionate and advocacy-minded people. They are what this industry needs across the board. Thanks, bud. See you at NVE." And for those of you that might be out of the loop here, NVE is National Vape Expo. It's going to be in, I want to say, when is it? In the spring. I think it's March or April, I believe, and that's going to be in Connecticut at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Josh, I feel like I've met you before. I'm pretty sure I have, but yeah, we'll definitely hang out at NVE for sure. You have been officially shouted out, and thank you so much for all the kind words. And also, obviously, good fellas, and what is it? Goodfella and Vapeology as well. You have also been shouted out. There you go. Next up, we have James F. He says, "Hey Nick, I've been a subscriber for a while now and love the reviews, blogs, and Fresh Build Friday videos. I've used a few of the builds from your videos and gotta say, you always point me in the right direction. Also, big fan of the Super Awesome Vape Show. I was the winner of the Big Boy Coils and the sample pack of juice giveaway a few weeks ago, and just wanted to say thank you and everyone from the Super Awesome Vape Show. Love what you do and you'll always have my support. And as you say, vape on." All right, we even got my catchphrase in there, if you will. But yes, James, shout out to you. Big shout out. Thank you so much for being a supporter, especially for watching the Super Awesome Vape Show as well. You know, I'm just trying to do my part, man. I'm trying to get global with Daily Vape TV here, and I feel like I'm starting to reach my my broader audience over there in the UK as well. So big shout out to you, James. Thanks for watching the videos, man, and I really appreciate the support. And let's see here. We have Joseph Giannino. I hope I pronounced that name right. Oh man, he's gonna kill me if I didn't. But he said, would like to get a shout out to my girlfriend Gracie Kintz and myself and the crew at Vaporized in St. Louis, Missouri. Hope to hang out with you at Vape Showcase in St. Louis. Yes, definitely, dude. Joe, really hope I get to see you. I'm sure we will. You have me on Facebook. We're friends on Facebook. We are obviously in the Daily Vape TV Cloud crew together. So with that, yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to meet up at some point. You know where to find me. I'll be at the Vapor Stockroom booth or the Blaz booth. So yeah, big shout out to you, Joe. You have been shouted out officially, and we'll definitely be hanging out in St. Louis pretty soon. So yeah, definitely awesome, awesome, awesome stuff there. Personally, I wanted to make a shout out real quick to Yvonne. Yvonne is a longtime friend. She is a dedicated, passionate vapor. She goes to tons of conventions, probably more than me. But yeah, I think I met her. I can't remember if it was VaporCon or might have been a little bit earlier than that. I can't remember. But I met Yvonne like forever ago. But she sent me a nice little Christmas card. She was the only one to send me a Christmas card. So thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate you. I love you. You're awesome. You're so sweet. And I do appreciate the gesture there. Merry Christmas, even though it's already New Year's. So if you guys want to shout out for yourself, then just write me an email, dailyvapetv@gmail.com, and I'll get to it at some point for one of the upcoming vlogs. Just make sure you tell me a little bit about yourself, you know, tell me your vaping story or whatever you want me to say here and whatever you want me to shout out as well. Also, let me know if you want me to say your name or not right at the beginning there, because that would really be a whole bunch of help for me personally. I know some people don't really like their name being thrown about, so if you want me to just say your first name, that's totally fine. Just let me know right up there in the top of the email, right in the header part or something, just so I know to, you know, protect your identities. But yeah, so that is my shout outs. Let's go ahead and move it right along. All right, guys, next up is what I've been vaping on this week. Now, I have a few different setups here, and it's something a little bit off the norm, I guess. It's something a little bit different. Obviously, stuff I'm testing out for reviews in the upcoming week, etc., etc. Let's start it off with this one here. This is probably my go-to cloud build, cloud setup right now. This is the Wismec Ravage 230. This thing is my cloud machine. I've got the Recoil Rebel sitting on top of it with the lovely matchy dock tip, and oh, it just looks so sexy. What do you guys think? Is that sexy? What do you think? I don't know. Love this thing. The color screen is nice. A little bit unnecessary, but it's nice. And I gotta say, clouds for days. Clouds for days with this setup here. I've got some frame staples, Coilology wire frame staples in there right now with some of my own liquid, Blaz Mango, my go-to favorite e-liquid. I can vape bottle after bottle after bottle of that and not get sick of it. But yeah, that is my cloud chucking build for this week. Next up, we've got the Wismec RX2 with dual 2700 batteries in there right now with the Coilmaster Marvin tank on top. I just built this one a few days ago. testing it out for review, so you'll be seeing that on the channel very, very soon. Yeah, just still kind of messing around with this one here, and it's so far a pretty decent little tank. Yeah, you guys are just going to have to wait until the full review comes out to hear any more on that one. But the flavor that I've got inside right now is Pink Bunny by Holy Cow E-Liquid. My go-to strawberry milk. Honestly, it's one of the only sort of dessertier flavors I like, and it is absolutely delicious. Really kind of natural, like strawberry quick tasting. I know natural and strawberry quick don't really go together, but you know what I'm talking about. It tastes like the real deal. Yeah, so let's have a puff on this one. Next one up I've got is the Wismec CB60. I'm all Wismec this week. I've got 3 Wismec setups going, but this one is their newest mouth-to-lung setup, and I gotta say, this thing is really, really nice. Again, you'll be seeing this on the channel very soon, but the coils that come with it are 1.5 ohms. I've got the airflow almost completely shut off. I like a nice, tight, restricted mouth-to-lung draw, and this is definitely doing it for me. In the tank, I've got some Oasis. I don't know where I put that one. It's somewhere back there on the shelves, but I've got some Oasis by Danish Liquids, and I gotta say, it is absolutely doing it for me. It's a hibiscus dragon fruit sorbet. Super good stuff. Really interesting flavor, a little florally, a little sweet. It's got a lot going on in there, and it's just different. You know, I like those kind of off-the-wall sort of flavors, and it's absolutely delicious. So let's go ahead and have a little puff on this guy. And the last full mod setup I've got today is this one right here. This is the Innikin Coolfire Ultra with the Aries MTL RTA on top. And I gotta say, it's quickly rising up the ranks for my favorite MTL tank. I really, really enjoy this one. As you saw in Fresh Build Friday, I did the Fuse Clapton build on here right now, rocking 1.78 ohms at a whopping 15 watts. Yeah, I'm totally up there in wattage today, let me tell you. But it is at 5 volts, so it's a single coil at 5 volts, which is pretty warm, but it's giving me that full flavor, really nice warm vape that I'm looking for, and it's absolutely tasty. 12 milligram in the tank, and today I'm vaping this stuff right here, Hingham Hill Rhetoric. It's a tobacco dessert spice kind of flavor. Super, super delicious. And honestly, when I'm driving, this is my go-to kit right here because it doesn't make a huge plume of vapor, especially with it being winter and it being freezing cold now. All that VG sticks to my windshield like crazy. So I'm trying not to clean my windshield weekly, so I go for the mouth-to-lung in the car recently. So with that, let's go ahead and have a puff on this one. And to round out my kit, I've got my everyday carry pod systems. I've got the JUUL and the Soarin' Air. The JUUL, like I said, has been an everyday carry for a very long time now. Like I mentioned in the Best of 2017 video, it goes everywhere with me. It's the first thing I put in my pocket in the morning and the last thing I take out at night. It literally has been everywhere with me, and it's just tried and true. I've been using it a lot more lately, especially since I got the latest flavors that they've released, which are the Classic Menthol, Classic Tobacco, and Cool Cucumber. I will be doing a video on those flavors in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, really been digging this one a lot lately. I've got a Classic Menthol pod in there right now, and oh, tobaccos are absolutely killing it for me lately. I'm loving them, and it totally reminds me of when I used to smoke cigarettes, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, it's bringing back flashbacks almost, how real this flavor actually tastes. But I do think it's going to be great for current smokers out there looking to quit. They want something that replicates their favorite brand of cigarette, then this is totally going to do it for them, in my opinion. But kind of polar opposite of that would be this one right here. This is the Soarin' Air. You guys have seen this before. It should be nothing super new to you. Again, review coming soon. But with that, I've got some Blue Res Lemonade in this one. Mr. Salty Blue Res Lemonade. So whenever I want to switch it up from a tobacco, I vape on this thing, and it's super, super tasty stuff. If you guys haven't tried this, I would really highly recommend it if you do enjoy a good fruity or blue raspberry vape. This one is absolutely tasty, so make sure you check this stuff out. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's beer o'clock, my favorite segment of the vlog. We've got a special one today with a big special shout out going to my buddy Ryan. Ryan gave me this one here today that we're going to be trying out. This is Brooklyn Brewery's Local 1. So big shout out to you, Ryan. Really do appreciate the generous gift here. I have had this one before, but it's been a very long time. I honestly don't even remember what it tastes like. So it's going to be a bit of an experience today. Obviously, we've got this big old bottle. So I'm going to have to sip it a little bit slow because it is 9% ABV. Like I said, from Brooklyn Brewery, Brooklyn, New York. Let's learn a little bit about this one before we uncork it, because this one does have a cork, as you can see there. So it says, in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, we forge barley, malt, and hops from Germany, aromatic raw sugar from Mauritius, I can't even pronounce that, and yeast from Belgium into our latest beer, Brooklyn Local 1. Behind the full golden color, you'll find an alluring aroma, a dynamic complex of flavors, Belgian flair, Brooklyn fortitude, and a dusting of our special yeast. To create this beer, we use the old technique of 100% bottle re-fermentation, a practice now rare even in Europe. It gives this beer a palate of unusual depth. So this one is a Belgian-inspired strong golden ale, and yeah, I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and try this one out. Let's go through the whole process here, and it is a bit of a process to do this one. So let's do that. Get that off. Bring our glass in real quick. Now the dangerous part, me with a cork. Hey! All right. Well, yeah, totally Belgian-esque. Right off the bat, you totally get the little hint of like a Belgian ale. Let's pour a little bit here. Very, very bubbly. It's almost like a champagne level of bubbles here. And the head, I mean, I did pour it a little bit quickly, but as you can see, it's got about a 1-inch, very white head on there. Swirl it around a little bit. Lots of tiny bubbles in the head. And it looks to be, wow, nice lacing on there. Now, to all you beer lovers out there, this is going to be like porn to you guys, but for anyone out there that drinks Miller Lite and Jaeger bombs, yeah, I hope you use those timestamps, because this is probably going to be really boring. So let's go ahead and give it a little swirl here. The head does dissipate rather quickly, but the bubbles are going crazy right now. It's kind of a cloudy, orangey, ambery kind of color. Adjectives, they're difficult, all right? Smell, let's give it a whiff one more time. Oh yeah, totally like a strong Belgian. I totally get that. You can kind of smell that little bit extra alcohol in there, but it has like that weedy sort of base to it, almost a sour kind of smell. Oh, smells delicious. Let's go ahead and give this one a sip. Tons of bubbles. Wow. You can feel it in your nose and the back of your throat. This one like almost makes my eyes water, but I feel like that also has to do a little bit with the alcohol bite as well. There is quite a bit of bite on the back end of this one, but the notes that you get right off the bat are like a little bit sour, definitely a lot of like a yeasty kind of flavor in there, and a lot of that wheat flavor as well. A little bit of hops as well, just kind of mixed in. It's not too noticeable, but it is a very interesting mix of flavors. You know, I expected this one to be a little bit more on like the citrus side of things, but I'm not really getting that at all. So it's really hard for me to describe the flavor that I'm tasting right now, but it's kind of weird, but kind of like good weird, if that makes any sense. Like kind of like me, you know, I feel like I'm good weird, but it's really interesting, very complex, like the flavor description says, and I'm definitely digging it. You know, for a strong ale, I could see myself, you know, drinking a few of these. I probably only would need one because this bottle is huge. So let's go ahead and have another swig here. We'll try to pair it up. So this one's going to be kind of tricky to pair because I have to overcome not only the alcohol bite, but also that kind of yeasty sort of flavor, that dryness, as well as a lot of the kind of hop flavor as well. So yeah, it's going to be kind of different. I think what I'm going to do is pair it up with Blaz Mango. I think the fruity flavor in this will kind of accentuate the sort of, you know, Belgian wheat beer sort of style, and then the sweetness will kind of counteract the alcohol bite. So no use in talking about it any longer. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot. So I feel like I've got something here with this one. It kind of has that sweetness that counteracts the alcohol bite, but at the same time, it doesn't overpower it. The mango flavor in there kind of pairs pretty nicely with the wheat and the yeast kind of flavor. However, it's still kind of a weird combination. This one's going to be tricky to pair up. I think I'm going to give it one more shot with the Oasis. Maybe just like the oddball nature of this one will match with the oddball nature of the beer. So, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. You know what? I'm going to call it. I think this is a better pairing in my opinion because the sort of floral flavor in here almost accentuates the subtle flavors in the beer. So I'm going to say this is a better pairing than the Blaz Mango. What do you know? I mean, an oddball flavor with an oddball tasting beer. I mean, like I said, it's a good weird. That's what I like about this one. It's just kind of that different sort of flavor. You're not used to it every day. It sort of has the basic Belgian style to it, but at the end of the day, it is a strong golden Belgian. And you know what? I gotta say, it's really, really tasty. I recommend you try this one out yourself. It's not that expensive, so you guys should definitely try it. So one last little thing, if you guys are on the Untapped app, make sure you add me. My username is Vaping Beer Geek. I'll leave it in the description below if you want to add me on there. I'd love to see what you guys enjoy drinking, and I'd love for you to see what I enjoy drinking. So make sure you add me on there if you do have that app. And if you don't and you love beer, then why not download it? I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just like enjoying the company of my beer drinking friends out there. So just check it out. It's a really cool, fun thing to do. You get little badges every time you drink certain amounts of certain types of beer, etc., etc. And it's just a fun little community. So make sure you guys check it out. All right, guys, it's vape mail time. Yay, I'm excited. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how difficult this was to save up this week's vape mail just to unbox on camera for you. But yeah, I've got a ton of it to show off today, and it's a lot of Christmas presents from China. So I'm excited. I really don't know exactly what I'm getting myself into here, but I've got a bunch of stuff. DHL, you guys are awesome. It's been a really busy DHL week at my house. So thank you, DHL driver, whoever you are. But let's go ahead and get started here. I've got this one, which I actually know what this is. I ordered this myself on before Christmas, a couple days before Christmas. So I know what it is already, but I wanted to save it for this little segment here because you guys want to see my reaction. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. Oh, this is going to be good. It is the Kennedy Ruby 2700. I almost messed that up there, but this is a Ruby 2700 Dragon Edition. It's got a little engraved dragon on there. I know it's going to be impossible to see on video. However, you'll be seeing it up close and personal when I do a build on this thing for Fresh Build Friday in the near future. Let's see what serial number I got. Number 41. Serial number 41, black Cerakoted Dragon Edition. It is a two-post. Oh, man. I've been dying to get back in the mech game, and I figured, you know what? I love Kennedy. They were doing a sale. Why not, you know, kill two birds with one stone, show you guys something new and interesting and fun to build on and get to enjoy it myself. This is kind of my Christmas present to myself sort of thing. But yeah, super excited about this one. Kennedy Vapor, man, they do some crazy sales, so make sure you check them out every single holiday. Moving right along, I guess we should get into DHL bag. First DHL bag. I have no idea. I have no idea what this is. Ugh. Ugh. Well, It's got the yellow tape of quality assurance here, so you know it's been checked through customs. Get the knife out, dig through this tape real quick. It's a little one, so I'm assuming it's a tank or an RDA, something like that. Not quite sure. Okay, yeah, all right. So this is the Vapefly Mesh Plus RDA. I'm giving Mesh one more shot. This is basically Mesh's final straw. If this thing doesn't work good, then I'm done with Mesh. But with that, Mesh Plus RDA by Vapefly, this will get added to the queue, and you'll be seeing that on the channel. Maybe a Fresh Build Friday video. If you want to see that, just leave a comment in the box below. Love to hear your thoughts on that if you want to see that in an upcoming video. Next up, we've got a slightly bigger DHL bag here. Again, no freaking clue. No clue what this one is whatsoever. All right. Okay. Rip and tear, and there we go. All right, what the hell do we have here? All right, I'm cutting through it. I can't stand this. Oh, Jesus. Almost dropped it. I almost, but I didn't do it. All right, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? See, what? Okay, all right, whoa. We have a Wismec Heaven's Gifts Vape mat. Kind of square, kind of plain. It's like a giant mouse pad, basically. All right, that's cool. Could always use another vape mat. We have a Heaven's Gifts kickstand and safe secure grip. It just says Heaven's Gifts on it. Mobile phone partner. What? Doesn't even say what it's for. Adhesive. Oh, I think it's for your phone. All right, cool. And I guess this is the real deal. This is the Fireluke Mesh. Fireluke Mesh tank. I've been looking forward to this one. I know a lot of people have gotten their reviews out on this already, but I know I'm late to the game. I will be testing this out thoroughly, and my review will be up on the channel as soon as possible. So that was cool. Interesting. A lot of random stuff today. Let's see. Last yellow bag here. Oh, is there anything else in there? Nope, nothing else. All right, well, this one's from Voopoo. Haven't got anything from Voopoo in a while. Wonder why they decided to start sending me stuff again. It's odd. Maybe they're just late in the game. Oh, look! It's a Voopoo 2! All right, that's random. I mean, honestly, probably a couple weeks late, but better late than never, I suppose. I've been seeing this everywhere. I've been talking about it on the show and everything. I've been, hearing a bunch of stuff about this or that, good, bad, et cetera, et cetera. So I guess now I can get some firsthand experience with the Voopoo 2. So there you go, Voopoo 2 kit. Cool, awesome. Let's get right into the next one. This one is from Inikin. Now, they did put the invoice or whatever on the packing slip thing on the outside of the box. So I do kind of have an idea. Besides the fact that all other reviewers got the same exact package and they've all done videos on it already. But let's just pretend for a second. I'm trying to act surprised here. Oh, what do we have? I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, cool. All right, sweet. I didn't see this on the invoice or packing slip or whatever. We've got the Zenith. We got the new Inikin Zenith tank. Really been looking forward to this one as well. Inikin, again, killing it with the MTL tanks. Really looking forward to this one. This is kind of rounding out the Aries sort of platform. This is the pre-made coil tank version of the Aries, essentially. I mean, it's totally different design-wise, but it's still the Phil Basardo design there. So that's something interesting. That's awesome. Thank you, Inikin, for that. Some coils. They always send me extra coils, which is awesome. Got a couple packs. Rad. Oh, and by the way, I do have 2 of these things, which means you're going to see a giveaway when I do the video. FYI. Whenever I get 2 of something, I always give away the other one. All right, well, this is... What the hell is this? What the hell is this? It's a stocking. Anakin sent me a stocking, guys. Oh my God, that is amazing. I might just have to... Hold on. There, it's going to live there for the rest of this video. But one more thing in the box. To you from Anakin. This looks awfully familiar here, packaging-wise. Let's open her up, see what we got. I have so much plastic. Oh my God. So much plastic, bubble wrap, tape, stuck to my feet everywhere. All right, so this is an Endura T20S, which I've already got one of these things, but I have a feeling it's not going to be a standard one. Let's take a look inside. Oh, cool. So it's a special edition Endura T20S. It's the Christmas edition. It's got little snowflakes all over it. That's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Cool? I think it's cool. It's nice. It's a nice thing that Anakin did for us reviewers that have been working hard all year. It's nice to see that people actually care that we put in so many hours and so much hard work reviewing these products. So thank you so much, Anakin. Seriously, that is great. It just really warms my heart. I mean, I didn't really, you know, like I've told you guys, my family doesn't really give gifts anymore, so I treated myself with the little Kennedy Ruby 2700, and I'm getting some presents in from China as well. And I realize that I'm going to be reviewing all this stuff, and it's kind of work. However, it still is cool, you know, it's still kind of nice. All right, last one, guys. So, and it's a big old box, but it's really light. Let's see. Huge box. Lots of packing material. This is unnecessary. All right. Well, we have an e-leaf, something from e-leaf. And they didn't even tell me what this is. They sent me an email. They said, hey, we're going to send you a Christmas present. I said, okay, cool. So this is, it just says Merry Christmas on there. And let's get into it. Let's see what we got. My room is such a mess. This office, oh my God. All right. Oh my God, there's so much stuff everywhere now, guys. Oh, cool. All right. So it's another special edition kit from e-leaf. And what is this one called? Invoke. The Invoke kit. So it's a cool little rainbow kit here, guys. There you go. So hopefully you guys can see all the cool colors on there. And it's got a little thing on the back that says Merry Christmas. I am going to keep this one super safe and sound. I don't know if I want to use it. I don't know if I want to review it. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you want me to review it, I'll review it. But if not, then it's going to just live on my little shelf here. I'm going to keep this nice and safe. But that's such a nice thing, man. It's just so cool and such an honor to be given gifts all the way from China. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so cool. It's thoughtful. It's people caring about people. And that's what I love to see. So lots of Christmas presents today, guys. I've got a ton of just boxes and bags and everything else all over my little office here. It's a total mess, but I'm super excited. I've got some new toys to play around with. Lots of stuff to review to be added to the queue here, and it's going to be a very eventful week for me, just setting everything up and trying all these devices out. But that was my vape mail for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, lots of it here. Obviously, my ugh, it's such a mess. So anyways, guys, that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about any of the topics that we talked about in this video. Also, make sure you check out the description of this video. That's where you're going to find all the links to the products that we talked about, and also the advocacy and my social media links. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on!